Yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It is March 8th, 2018, and the sets go up. What's going on, people? I want to give a shout out first to my man Stephen Norris. He wanted me to play some Juvenile and the sets go up one day. Hope you guys enjoy that. I love Juvenile. He's a classic down south rapper. Loved 400 Degrees. That was a classic album. Hope this is a throwback for you guys. Bring back some memories. But what's going on, people? We got a couple things I'm going to go over today. Of course, we know Cliff High's report came out, the Bare Naked report. I looked through it yesterday. I'm going to do another skim through. With his reports, man, you got to go through it a couple times. You definitely got to go through it. So jump over to halfpasthuman.com and get that latest Bare Naked report. Number 10, Whiz Bang Bang. It's good, people. You got to read between the lines on this one, and I like that. I think that's a good way anyway, instead of, because, you know, when you give people the answers straight up and, you know, they don't do, you almost handicap them. You don't allow them to use reasoning, deductive reasoning, common sense. You know what I mean? You don't use that. So I'm going to look through it again, probably like 2 or 3 more times, but some gems in there, people. And it should help you position yourselves going forward for 2018. You know, that's what this tool, and that's what I call it. I call Cliff High's work tools. It's one of the tools you use to assess your decisions and strategy for how you're going to execute in things from the crypto standpoint. Talks about some off-topic things as well, not just crypto. So definitely get it. Again, halfpasthuman.com. Check it out, people. The report is $99 and well worth it. So go ahead and get over there. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well today. We're going to cover a couple things. One in particular being social media, man. Like, people forget that the blockchain doesn't just pertain to currency and banking, but this technology will change almost every aspect of our lives. And I want to draw a couple correlations with an article that I saw this morning, actually. But first, before we do that, let's take a look at these horrible markets. Currently, we are at 400 billion flat. God. Bitcoin's dominance is still around 41.8%. It was at 41.9% yesterday. But a sea of red, and I think it's a combination of things. You know, I came out, did my second video. I normally don't do 2 videos in a day, but if it's something breaking, I'll, you know, jump back on. But there was the Binance thing, that whole hack and exploit of the trading bots. And then you had Japan coming out saying some bearish things. You had the SEC. So I think it was a few things that kind of culminated and really had us get slammed yesterday. I knew, looking at the charts before I knew what happened, I knew something was up. I knew it wasn't just technical. That was not a technical move. There was some fundamental news behind that. I just did, at that point when I did my video in the morning, I didn't know what it was. So what I have here, and I did an update on Twitter last night, or yesterday evening. It was last night, about, you know, where we were and what could possibly happen. Good news. The good news is, I will say this on the 1 hour chart. We had a double bounce here. Double bounce. 1, 2, and then the second V that's forming here. I'm going to change the color really quickly. So we had a 1, 2, and then the second V that seems to be forming. If you can see that, I'm going to try to do that over. So we got 1, 2, and it looks like it wants to do a V here. So that would be good if this V is higher than the double V's down there. So let's just keep an eye on it. Again, it looks as though this is support for us at these levels. Of course, X any additional bearish news. From a technical standpoint, maybe we can hold the 95, 9400 area on Bitstamp. So let's just keep an eye on it. Mental marker. If you see anything below, really at this point, because we did a double bottom, if you see anything below like 9300, you may want to check your positions, check your charts, see what's going on, because then this is the final floor or support area at 9200. So we got to hold that. So just kind of keep that in mind. So what I wanted to go over today was an article from this site called PYMNTS. I guess it's kind of spelling payments.com. This is just brand new. So this is about Snapchat. It says Snap braces for biggest round of layoffs. And I'm going to read this, and this is going to relate to the actual article that I want to talk about today. So it says here, just like the photos and videos shared on its social platform, Snap employees are about to disappear as the company braces for another round of layoffs. This time the cuts will hit the engineering department hardest, when sources are saying about 100 positions will be eliminated. Previously, Snap laid off a dozen employees in its hardware division last fall and lost a few dozen more earlier this year during restructuring. The upcoming round, the date of which remains uncertain, will be the company's biggest ever, and the first round of layoffs will affect the engineering team. It says further down here that Business News website Cheddar reported the layoffs on Wednesday, that was yesterday, saying that the cuts would be announced internally sometime in the next week and would impact less than 10% of the engineering department. Cheddar noted that Snap had slowed its hiring rate by 60% last quarter and withheld cash bonuses from employees at the end of 2017 when internal company-wide goals were not met. It goes on, the article finishes up and says the move may sound dramatic, but investors don't seem to be balking. Snap stock was up 2.5% before the announcement and returned to roughly Tuesday's closing price once the news got out. So you're gonna start seeing this is I've always been the type of person that I don't look at what's going on now. I'm looking at a year, 2 years, 5 years out. I'm trying to see where trends are going to be developing, and what I see, maybe it's nothing now, maybe it's not. Companies like or sites like Steemit or DTube, and you got Viewly coming out with their decentralized video platform, but you will start to see a shift in social media user behavior, because one day it will click in their mind to say, wait a minute, why am I spending all of these hours on these websites and I ain't getting paid for it? I'm not benefiting from it at all monetarily. Yeah, you may get likes, the dopamine levels may go up, but at the end of the day, there's no direct monetization for you. You can monetize through selling merch or, so on and so forth, but directly, there is no benefit to the end user, especially the smaller users on these social media platforms. Instagram too, Facebook as well. So what you will see in this article is, to me, just the beginning of the layoffs and downsizing and decline of social media platforms that we know are popular today. I'd love to get your feedback on that, so definitely drop me something in the comments below and we can have a discussion about it. But the actual article that I want to talk about is out of Cointelegraph, and it says here, blockchain shifting from Internet of Information to Internet of Value. And it says here, there is a growing trend of blockchain implementations in the social media industry. This development is changing how the public approaches an ecosystem, which has before now been at the mercy of a few individuals in terms of security, commerce, functionality, and general control. The significance of social media to everyday life keeps growing, with each passing day. In the areas of education, politics, e-commerce, and even relationships, the social environment built upon cyberspace is continually improving its relevance as a tool for effective communication between individuals and groups across different parts of the world. Says here, blockchain can overhaul social media. The emergence of blockchain technology brings a revolution to the industry, which is already visible in the areas of improved reliability and earning opportunities. That's what I was referring to, the earning opportunities. The founder of Richtopia says here, with the rise of blockchain technology, socioeconomic transactions are improving and becoming more democratic as we shift from the Internet of Information to the Internet of Value. So it says here, according to Cage, there are a number of benefits from having blockchain technology frameworks within social media platforms. He says, first, it could help tackle fake news through establishing a rewards-based credits rating system for journalists and bloggers. That's true. That's a good point. Second, it could improve user data privacy by providing people an option to opt in for sharing programs, where they automatically get paid in cryptocurrencies when their data gets sold to third parties. Thirdly, it could improve automation through the use of smart contracts, where blockchains could interact with multiple platforms simultaneously on a user's behalf. And fourth, it says here, in the social media platform itself is based across distributed ledgers. This could help improve security because, for example, Bitcoin is one of the only valuable things online which has never been hacked itself. That is very true. And so this guy has a 5-year forecast. Let's see what this gentleman of VP of Blue Match tells Cointelegraph. He says here that blockchain is revolutionizing each and every industry at the moment. He notes that the major attraction of various sectors toward blockchain is the basics of blockchain for maintaining data on multiple and decentralized nodes. He said, I assume in the next 5 years, most of the platforms in digital space would use blockchain. But, I want to just interject there. I think it's just going to be, I can't see personally, and you guys let me know, I can't see like Facebook moving to blockchain and open, like they may have their own private blockchain possibly. I'm not sure how that would even really help them. I think with these social media platforms, there will have to be the adoption of a more open source, open platform or public blockchain where the playing field is leveled and individuals can retain value from doing what they do every day. Like I use Steemit. I also I haven't used it in a while. This is no PR plug, but I think it's called Steep Shot. It looks like Instagram. It basically posts to your Steemit account, but it's pretty neat because you can take pictures, you know, add 5 tags. You know how Steemit is, you only get 5. Add a little description and it'll post to your actual Steemit account, but you get paid for the picture that you post. The more likes you get, of course, you guys know how Steemit works. If you don't, I'll try to leave a link in the description of this video about Steemit, but I get paid for pictures, you know, based on the likes from my followers and non-followers. So I think we are heading in that direction, and I'll be glad when people, because you got a lot of people that are addicted to this social media thing, and I would love for them to get paid for their addiction. So let's see what happens. Let me know what you guys think about social media, the evolution of social media onto the blockchain with companies like Steemit, Viewly, and there's a number of them, man. There are a whole bunch out there to name. But let me know what you guys think about that, and definitely like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. I try to bring to you guys every day. We got Jay Snip shaking the 8-ball in the chat rooms. Make sure you join that chat room too. I haven't said that in a while. Join the Webbot crypto chat room, and actually it's not, you can get a link to the general room and it'll give you a link to all the other rooms. We have 4 rooms. We got one for health, one for precious metals, one for cryptos. That's the one I'm in right now. Great community, and a lot of information shared. I'm in there. Come join us. It's your boy Crypto Blood. I'm out. Holla.
You can pick up some bad habits hanging in these streets. Heavy talking to this and that nigga and showing your teeth. Walking around